Hey guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to another video. I've realized I've made a mistake in picking this filming location because of the sun, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad for you guys. Anyway, welcome back to the library. Today we are unboxing our May Junior Library Guild book subscription. There are, or should be, 8 books in here, and we're gonna see what we get. As always, I did sort of go through these way in advance, but it was months ago. I don't even remember what the choices were. The company picks these. They're vetted and all that, and so these are the ones that they've recommended. I think I did swap a couple though that I thought my students wouldn't be as interested in for books that I thought sounded better. So let's see. Our first one, once again, the barcode covers it. It's the title. It's really hard to even tell. Lulu and Milagro, is that a name? Milagro's Search for Clarity. It says 2 sisters, 1 life-changing trip. Oh, a sisters novel. That sounds fun. Like sisters on a road trip. Is that what this is? Okay, yes, it's a college road trip, which sounds really fun. I don't know if that means that they're in college or that they're going to tour different colleges and they're in high school. We'll have to see. But it says it's full of Catholic school hijinks. Interesting. It says it's a journey of sisterhood, self-love, and chasing your dreams. So it definitely sounds fun. It's got humor and heartbreak in it. So I guess that they're either just finishing high school or they're still in high school, maybe seniors or something. It doesn't really say, but it does definitely, oh, spring break. Okay, so I bet it's spring break of senior year is kind of what it sounds like. And that they're off to these college road trips, and each one is different. One's like an overachiever and has like perfect attendance. I'm gonna guess she's the oldest sister. And then the other one's a middle sister. It doesn't mention the youngest, so now I'm intrigued as to, there must be a younger sister. Okay, so the Lulu is the youngest sister, apparently. Milagro is the oldest sister, or the middle sister, and then Clara is the oldest, who already went off to college. So, okay, there are actually 3 sisters, but it focuses on 2 of the 3. So that sounds like an interesting dynamic. The next cover looks either romancy or realistic fiction. It's called Debating Darcy, Pride versus Persistence. So is this like a Pride and Prejudice retelling or something? It says fiercely feminist and utterly delightful, Jane Austen would be proud. Witty retelling. Okay, yeah, it's a retelling of Pride and Prejudice. Well, you probably don't know this about me. I don't mention it in too many videos, but I despise Jane Austen with my entire soul. Emma was the worst book I think I ever read in my entire life. And, well, maybe not ever. Well, I don't know. It's up there. But I honestly did not even finish reading it. And it was for college. It was the only book I never read for a class that was assigned. So this is something I would never read, and I don't even care to know anything about it because I hate that kind of thing so badly. But it is a reinterpretation of Pride and Prejudice, imaginative, hilarious, thought-provoking, truly reflective of the culture, the complex, diverse world of American high school culture. So, okay, sounds fine, but yeah, I'm not gonna read this. Okay, the next book, oh my gosh, it's so tiny. One Last Job. One Last Job by Sean Rodman. Okay, oh, I did swap this one. That's what it was. So they had picked a different book, and I thought that this one sounded more interesting, and I'm really sad that it's paperback. Like, I have to cover this now. Why isn't this hard? It did not tell me that on the website. I also did not know it was this little. It's so little. It's, oh, and look at the font. Look at these pages. There's like nothing on them. There's like 10 words on that page. This book is not even 100 pages. It is 84 pages. And this is quite a problem, I'm realizing, because most of our English teachers, when they require monthly independent reading, which is a requirement at our school for all of our English classes, the books usually have to be at least like 100 or 150 pages. So this, I don't know who this is gonna be for, but I think it's supposed to be like a little thriller or something, clearly little, but it's supposed to be a thriller. I think it was listed as like a high interest book. I see why it's high interest, because it's so tiny. Okay, next, this could be our graphic novel. So we do get one graphic novel every month. I signed up for that. This one's called The Well. Let's see, by Jake Wyatt and Chu. It just says Chu. It doesn't say what the person's last name is or first name. Yeah, no, it just says Chu or Cho. I'm not really sure, but okay, interesting. Ooh, pretty. Okay, I like the color scheme. Look at that. Oh, I saw a page with all hot pink on it. I like that page. Ooh, let's go back to that page. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. So let's see what this book is actually about. Known to friends and family as Lizzie, she takes care of her grandfather and their goats. She flirts with a woman who helps row the ferry, and she stays away from the fog that comes in the night and the monsters hiding within it. But Lizzie's life comes apart when she steals a handful of coins from a sacred well to cover a debt. The well requires repayment, but it doesn't deal in coins. It needs wishes. Oh, interesting. And its minions will drown Lizzie in its depths if she doesn't grant them. Lizzie finds herself on a quest to uncover hidden memories, bestow great wealth, and face the magical secrets that nearly destroyed her family, and that are now returning to threaten everything she has ever known. So these two authors have created a modern fable based in magic and family secrets, exploring the power and limits of wishes. Oh, and the Chu, whatever it is an illustrator from Melbourne, Australia. Cool. So Jake Wyatt is the actual writer. This actually sounds like something I would read. I don't usually read graphic novels. I've read a couple. I read American Born Chinese, and I loved it. And it was sort of based on it's sort of like a modern day fable. So maybe I would actually like this one. You know, I'm feeling like reading a graphic novel. I think I'm gonna read this. Okay, next I see another paperback, which I'm very mad about because they did not state that on the website. I would probably not have bought it because these don't last as long and I have to spend time covering them. But anyway, here we are. So this one's called Murder of Crows. I'm assuming this is one I've switched for something else. And it's, oh look, Lethal Lit. Yeah, that's good. It's a mystery. Obviously mysteries are super, super popular among young adults nowadays with like all the true crime podcasts and everything. So this is a place called Hollow Falls. Well, that already sounds cool. Hollow Falls history is even darker than it seems. When this guy named Tig first moved back to her hometown of Hollow Falls, she solved the infamous Lit killer case. Oh, is this like a sequel? The hit scripted podcast. Is this based on a podcast or something? I am so confused. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look this up, but it sounds like Lethal Lit is a podcast, perhaps. Original Lethal Lit story features a brand new mystery not told on the hit scripted podcast. So a mystery podcast, that's gonna be like the most popular book in our library because yeah, everybody loves like true crime podcast and that kind of stuff. Okay, next is All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. I know Sabaa Tahir wrote what was it? It was definitely some form of, oh yeah, Ember in the Ashes. I was gonna say, I knew it was like a series of 4 books that are fantasy. So I don't know if this one's fantasy though. Let's see, this one it just doesn't look like fantasy. Does this not look like realistic fiction? I mean, the cover's kind of plain, honestly. I kind of hate it. A gorgeous star-crossed story about the cost of the American dream. I read this in a single day, Jodi Picoult. I don't like when they have a quote from another author as part of the front cover. Like it is literally part of the cover design. That is not appealing to me. I hate that. Like I don't know, that takes away from like any sort of art that you could have had on the front. That's not art, that's a quote from people. And the whole back is quotes, like, okay. So, people growing up, family, I don't even care, motel. Okay, it's a young adult, Okay, it's a breathtaking novel of young love, old regrets, and forgiveness, one that's both tragic and poignant in its tender ferocity. So this is very much a realistic fiction novel. So apparently somebody comes to the U.S. Hoping to open a motel and hoping for a new start. They came from Pakistan, and now it talks about other people. So I don't know. Oh, it's a girl. It was a woman that moved. Okay, and now her kids. It's like focusing on her kid, and it's set in Juniper, California, in a small desert town. I don't know why I can't seem to even figure out what this is about. Sal's attempt to save the motel spiral out of control. He and this other person must ask themselves what friendship is worth and say what it takes to defeat the monsters in their past and the ones in their midst. Probably not for me. Okay, we have 2 more. Next, oh, Little Thieves. I've heard of this. I did not know it was this big. I've seen this all over BookTube. It's also really, really tall. Now, this is a good cover. See, look, good cover, bad cover. I need to do a video about covers, I suppose. But anyway, Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. I like whatever that is. That's creepy as it can be. This definitely looks like fantasy. Is this a series? Merciful Crow series, perhaps, maybe? I don't know. It mentions that on the back. I'm not sure if that's the same series or not. But once upon a time, there was a beautiful, kind princess and her wicked maid. Ooh, one day the wicked maid stole the princess's face and with it her name, her betrothed, everything. The princess had to toil away as a servant while her maid lived like a queen. When the maid was caught, she died for her crimes and the princess lived happily ever after, that is how the story has been told. Now it's time for the Wicked Maid to tell her side of the story. Ooh, it says it's a wild, adventurous romp that will leave you breathless at every turn. This character will steal your heart. It's got humor. It's good fun. Ooh, so it's a little more lighthearted, it sounds like, but I think I like the twist for sure in this. I like the color scheme. I feel like it's very much gonna be like a modern day, not modern day, but just definitely like a fairy tale, but it sounds very original. So yeah, I'm actually pretty intrigued by this one. And also it's very pretty and it's very big. And what are these pages that have like black on them? Let's see. Oh, look, the third tale, a ruby ring. Oh, so there's like, is it like divided up, like first tale, second tale or something? Yeah, the first tale, Godmothers, with like some pretty artwork. So, okay, I would probably read this one. Our very last book is called Cold, a novel by Mariko Tamaki. And it says, a boy, a murder, a girl, a secret. Okay. On the back, it says Cold is an atmospheric, tightly woven murder mystery. Oh, that's why I've picked it. Oh, and it's short. A short murder mystery is going to be super popular in our library. It's a kind of story you inhale, sharply written moody mystery / noir in which even the ghosts have something to hide. Will give you chills. It doesn't look, it looks more almost like middle grade though, like just based on how big the font is. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, the font's really big. And there's not very many words per page. Does it reach the 100 page count or 150? Yes, it's like 200 and some pages. So it would reach the page count. Oh, she got some Prince Honor Awards for her other books. That's like for young adult literature. Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me. I've heard of that one. So, okay. This is the story of a boy who died and a girl who wants to know why. Todd Merritt is dead. Now he's some sort of ghost hovering over his body, which has just been found in the town park, naked and frozen in the snow. As detectives investigate Todd's homicide, Todd replays the events that led him to his end in the park. Georgia doesn't know Todd, but she can't stop thinking about him. Maybe because they're both outcasts at their school, or maybe because they're both queer. It might also be because Georgia has a feeling she's seen Todd somewhere before, somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. Dun, dun, dun. So, I mean, your typical mystery, I suppose. I'm not probably going to read it. I'm going to prioritize some of these other ones, but I'm sure it'll be popular in our library. Okay, so that was our May book unboxing. The ones that I am most intrigued by are actually, I can't believe I'm gonna say it, I have never been the most intrigued by a graphic novel. I'm gonna read this. Like, this is the one, I am going to read this. In fact, I'm gonna go preview it in a minute in my office because I wanna see what it's about and like what kind of students I would recommend it to. I love that part of my job, that I actually get to read a little bit of this book at school, and then I'm gonna take it home and probably finish it. So I'm going to definitely read that one. And then probably Little Thieves would be my second most intriguing one that I might read. I will probably look up reviews for this one first and make sure people say, oh, it's not just like your typical young adult fantasy that's really boring and it's got romance and whatever. I'm tired of romance and fantasy. I don't even need that. But I like this idea of it. It's really big though, so I'm kind of curious as to what it's actually about. I'm probably going to read more of the synopsis and then read the reviews, but I'm definitely going to read this one. I'm very, very intrigued. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Maybe you found something as well. And hopefully you'll be hearing about some of these in my wrap-ups. All right, I will talk to you guys again later. Bye.